The Economist says, despite earlier concerns that the closure of the CPEP program would push unemployment higher, the latest labour force data shows employment actually increased slightly, moving from 562,100 in 2024 to 566,200 in 2025. Professor Roger Hosein tells the Morning Edition the figures suggest the labour market has remained more resilient than expected. However, he warns that job growth should not continue to depend mainly on expansion within the services sector.
What you don't want is employment being created only in the services sector that is a big guzzler and a big user of foreign exchange. You see, the situation has gotten so bad in Trinidad and Tobago that even in the labor market policy and the structure employment, you must keep the foreign exchange situation in mind.
Professor Hosein also weighs in on government's one-year anniversary come next week.
Although you may have seen a decline in the murder level, you may have seen tourism increase about 12% overnight visitors, you may have seen GDP not fall below zero, you may have seen a little improvement in employment, a little fall in the unemployment rate, the labor force participation rate remains at 54.8%. It is still very, very early days.
He adds that government's target of increasing non-energy export earnings by the US billions by 2030 could significantly strengthen the country's outlook. But, he says, achieving that goal will require a clear and structured implementation plan.
If you make grandiose announcement of US $5 billion increase in non-energy exports, and then you don't show the rollout plan, well, a goal without a plan is a wish. And I am hoping that this is not just a wish, that it is a dedicated goal with a plan.
Nicole M, Romany, TV6 News.